Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me, and I can't choose what I want to say.
Friday! Hey, folks, here we are, fresh off a United flight, middle seat, 27th row.
Come on, what are you doing?
Well,
are you joking? At this point, I feel like you're kidding.
No,
You're busting my chops.
I booked it late, and I had to get back by the time, and that was the only option.
United is dog shit. Everybody knows it. Middle seat. I have to say, though, all the ball busting I do for you, we are on the eve of a middle seat flight for me. If I don't get the upgrade, there's only one seat in first class. You know me. I check every 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
One seat left. I'm Diamond. I've been on the Tonight Show, so I'm hoping to get that seat.
Oh, yeah, Dustin Diamond. But if you don't
Great
get
guy.
it, that middle, it's going to bring you right back to earth, baby.
Well,
it's stakes, fatty.
I think it's Delta Comfort Plus, Comfort Plus.
All right,
middle.
helps.
And the middle, it sucks, but it's like a window aisle combined. You're in the aisle seat, not the window.
Window aisle combined, I don't know. That's
Well-
like saying, hey, I'm bisexual, which makes me a man and a woman.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Well, the aspect of the window seat is you have someone to your right,
Bad.
right? And then the aisle, you have someone to your left, or whatever.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Not great.
It's having someone on each side. You just combine them.
All
You
right.
got someone on your left, you got someone on your right. It's not great.
you're
I'm just trying to put a positive spin.
All right, spin. Positive.
Newer.
Yes. It's going to be rough. You might weep. I was so stressed today. 2 hours of sleep. We partied all night. We did shrooms. I took an Ambien. I
Oh,
pulled a
boy.
Roseanne. I almost tweeted about Africa.
Oh, God.
But we got here. I slept through the whole kit and caboodle. I got the elbow because I was snoring. I was that guy.
She's alive, right, Roseanne?
Oh, yeah. She's alive and crazier than ever.
Oh, all right.
She's
Good
on
for
a
her.
nut farm somewhere.
The middle seat, it all depends on who you have.
That's
if
true.
They have middle seat etiquette, because the middle's supposed to get the armrest.
Yes, that's true. You got that right. And every now and then, every blue anal, you get a, can I sit next to my wife? And then she takes the middle. And you're
Yes.
like, oh, I'll blow this whole family.
That's not bad, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, usually I'm good about seat selection. I put off the seat selection, and then when I went in, it was all middles. But I guess New York to Seattle is just a big flight, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, who knows? But you ever do a Southwest?
No, come on. I mean,
Well,
over here.
in the old days.
Maybe once.
Back
maybe
in the
once
day.
in the old days.
Maybe it hit orbits and you went, okay, that's ISIS Air. I'll take it, whatever it is. Tower 7.
I did do a lot of that. I'm sure I did Southwest. I did a lot of JetBlue
Yes.
and maybe a Southwest. I think they have the brown seats or something.
Yeah, they're all stained. But the problem with Southwest is you get to pick your own walking on. So it's like musical chairs in that bitch.
Oh.
And so it's just a row of middle seats open, and then you walk on late, and you're like, oh, I get my choice of the middles.
So it's like the bus.
It's like the bus.
Oh,
it's the
my
Middle
word.
East.
No, I'm Delta all the way. Diamond. I already got Diamond for next year. I'm cruising through Diamond.
Ooh-wee.
Cruising together.
Diamond Dallas Page.
But yeah, I'm nervous about the middle seat tomorrow, but I'm off to Seattle. Nice weekend with the kids and
Nice.
the buddies and the football. But I got to tell you, I got nothing. We were recording twice in a week. I went crazy on the last ep. I got a couple farts coming your way.
Hit me, fatty.
Kind of fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rupee's really chuckling up over there. It is
Yeah.
Rupert, right?
Yeah, Rupert.
Okay, thank God. I
You
thought
don't-
maybe it was Gus.
I can see a Gus.
It looks like a Gus.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe a Dunkin' Donuts. But you never see a Rupert anymore. You're rare. Maybe in England.
The only Rupert I know is the Rupert from The Late Show with David Letterman.
Who's that?
Rupert. He's the guy
Biff?
that owned the little bodega there.
Oh, the bodega.
Rupert.
He was good.
Yeah, he was fun.
Well, then there's the Family Guy. Stewie, the kid, has a bear named Rupert.
Oh, that's right.
His little stuffed animal.
That's right. And then Rupert, King of Comedy, is a Rupert.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting. I've noticed a lot of these TV guys, they have kind of like a weird, doesn't belong on TV, autistic guy on the show. Nathan For You has it. The guy that works in the office, whose name I forget right now, Solomon. But he's like he's a Spanish Solomon, which is strange.
I thought that was a Jew.
Yeah. Or black.
Solomon, black.
Solomon Burke.
Oh, yeah.
Solomon. That's it.
King Solomon was a guy.
Is he black?
No, I don't think any kings were black.
No, that must have been a black king. Isn't
Sacramento kings.
Yeah,
They're
they're
black.
mostly black.
Yeah.
Well, there must
Well,
have been
that's
a black.
Queen
King
Latifah.
Tut, he seems black, doesn't he?
He's brown, Egyptian.
Okay.
There's a king. They call each other king. What's up, king?
Do they?
Oh,
I
king
thought it
is
was
big.
Like Playa and Bud.
Players in there. Bud that's more honky. Bud. King James.
King James.
There we
yes,
go.
LeBron.
Can you imagine calling yourself king? It's insane. I know he is like the best player, I guess, but
Wow.
still.
Somebody must have called him that, right?
I think he probably. Thank you. Way to redeem yourself. I think somebody threw it out there and he said, let's go with it. Because, like, Elvis was the king, but he wasn't King Elvis.
No. And then Michael Jackson was the king of pop.
King of pop. Popping those kids' cherries. But, yeah, king is big. We throw around king now.
And now, isn't there a new king?
Charles.
Diana died or whatever? So King Charles.
Diana did die a while back. But now the Queen Elizabeth died.
Yes.
The colonizer.
Betty. Anyone call her Betty?
No.
Yeah.
Where do you get Betty?
That's what Elizabeth. It's short for Elizabeth.
Is that right?
Of course.
I thought it was Beth. Elizabeth.
No, you don't call Beth Betty. You call her Bethy. Beth.
Bethy? What the fuck? What is this?
Beth.
It's like an old black musical, Porgy and Bethy.
Betty is Elizabeth.
I guess so, but I always thought it was Beth or Liz.
You can call. Well, that's the thing about Elizabeth. You can be Liz, Lizzie, Beth,
or Betty.
or Betty. Is there another one?
What about Bet?
Bet, I guess. You don't want to bet against me. And then there's E. Some people just go by E. Hey, E.
Yeah, E, ecstasy.
That was one of my early jokes. There was a girl named, maybe her name was Emily, but she went by E. And this is such a bad bit. I was 18. And the guy, a friend said, man, I was doing E. Because the drug E. But then doing meant sex. He's like, I was doing E the other night. And I was like, she's kind of gross, isn't she? And he's like, nah, she's good. It was really bad.
E. But my mom's name is Elizabeth. And it's kind of like a Richard. You get the Richard, Dick, Rick, Richie.
Or Ricky.
Or Ricky. That's a lot out of Richard.
Yeah. Joseph, you got Joe.
Joseph.
Jojo.
Jojo.
Seth.
No. Well, what about Jack and John? Remember the Kennedys? We've talked about this before, where they got too kooky. Hey, it's John F. Kennedy, but we call him Jack.
Yeah, Jack is John and John is Jack.
I don't care for that.
They got a lot. And then you're just Mark. One syllable. Bang.
Nice and easy. You too.
Well, I'm Joseph. Joe is short.
Both biblical.
Is there a Mark?
Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. I'm one of the disciples, apostles.
You got me.
One of the...
The apostle was Robert Duvall, I think.
What am I? The Pips? What are we? The
Gladys Knight and
Whalers?
The Pimps.
Yeah. But Joseph, you're the guy who didn't get laid and had a kid.
I'm a big guy. He's a cuck. He's the original cuck.
The original cuck.
Has anyone
That's
ever
right.
said that before?
That's gold.
That's pretty funny.
He's the cuck.
Joseph's the original cuck.
Some guy came in there and plowed his wife.
That's a little close to Geraldo, who has one of the great bits ever. He's like, that whole religion is based on a woman who really stuck to her story.
Great line.
That is one of the great jokes. His son does comedy.
No.
Greg Giraldo Jr.
The waiter?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Or at least produces the show.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Runs in the family. Well, that's a bit. I think it's different enough because Cuck wasn't around then.
Yeah, good point. All right. The original cuck. You heard it here first. That should be my T-shirt. Picture of Joseph. It says original cuck.
And he's just holding the baby angrily. I didn't even get to get laid.
That won't upset anybody.
Nah, religion's out.
Yeah, it feels like it's a little less, well, at least in our circles, but we're in a bubble.
Yeah, that's true.
We're in a shit on religion bubble.
Oh, yeah.
Rupert, are you
Bubble
offended?
gum.
Great.
He's Jewish.
No, he's not Jewish. You're Jewish?
Jupert.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Another one.
We'll
They're
make this
everywhere.
quick.
All right, so where you been?
All right.
Because you're fresh off the plane, the middle seat, the United States of America.
It's insane what you can do when you have no sleep and unlimited funds and drugs and alcohol.
Yes.
So we were together on Monday, which was, 3 days ago.
This is bizarre.
That
this
is wild.
all wacky.
So Monday night, we do the pod, then I leave, and I go straight upstate with Eric Scott,
All right.
and we did the B-side, Joe Matarese's new room up in Scarsdale.
All of a sudden, I keep hearing Matarese's name. I'm doing a film festival that Matarese is a part of. He's doing a thing.
He mentioned you.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he mentioned
Any
the
good?
4th of July is
Oh.
coming.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something.
Anybody care?
Yeah, I think I got a golf.
It doesn't seem great because the guy that runs the festival was like, yeah, you come up here, and if you drive, there'll be plenty of parking. He kind of did that kind of gag where you're like this, yikes.
I hate the parking gag.
Yeah, it's no good.
That's no good. You're insulting me, but thank you.
Well, not me, but his own festival. It's like
Okay.
self-deprecating.
Okay.
I guess, because I don't have that. I'm not selling tickets.
You never know. There's not much to do up there in Westchester.
Maybe I should be promoting this.
You
I think
should
I've
be
been
promoting.
I thought a film festival they promote. I guess I should promote.
Promote.
I'll promote.
And so should the bald Mick.
Yeah, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, is he going to be there? Because I think if you have to be there, it's a whole different
Nah, he's not.
bag of hammers. All right, so drive. It's an hour drive. It's easy peasy. 2 shows. I didn't know it was in a tent.
Oh, that's intense. Hello.
Yes. Big
Rupert.
tent. And, you show up and there's no, look, it's all well and good, but there's no green room. So you're just kind of wandering, and all the Westchester comics come out and say hello. And you're just like, oh, yeah, cool. And they're all very nice.
Bobby Kelly?
No,
Paul Verzi?
the other ones.
Giannis?
They're the ones, not really moving the needle.
I see.
But good guys.
Bobby's moving the needle.
Yeah. That's a hell of a needle. Space needle. But thread the needle. But so we go on. Joe Matarese goes on. It's sold out. It's a hot show. It's in a tent. Good crowd. A lot of gays out there. It's a lot of all pipes coming at me. And it's the weirdest thing because it's in a tent that's open on both ends. It's kind of like Soul Joel's, but if you were playing in the middle and the 2 sides
Right.
were left and right.
Right.
And they're open, and the street's right there, and the Metro North is directly behind you.
Oh, my God. It's like he just ripped off Royersford.
It's a mini Roy.
Okay.
It's mini me. So you got all the bits, the train going by,
Right.
then you got the guy who's blaring the hip hop going by on the street, and then to top it all off, and this is where I just start getting cunty, and I go, "What am I doing? I'm in a tent.
Yeah.
God damn it!" But everybody's very nice, crowd's great.
A tent the night before you leave.
I know.
You should be spending time with your wife.
Well, I think, hey, it's an hour away. I'll zip up, get a paycheck, zip down, run an hour, 2 hours. I'm doing two sets, a 7 and a 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, it's 2 hours of comedy, and I zip back down, make a couple cash.
It's a lot of zips.
Tell that to Vietnam. So I go out there, and there's the town idiot guy. The village idiot dude.
Sure. I know the town idiot.
Because it's a cute little quaint, quiet upstate, suburb.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the weirdo drunk guy who's outside the tent going like, "Who's he? What's going on?" And they're going, "Reggie, come over here." And they're like kind of, what do you call it?
Scooting him?
Scooting, yeah, but they're
Escorting?
corralling.
Corralling.
They got a corral. Then he
Okay,
keeps making
corral.
his way back over, Steve Carell, and he just won't stop. And he's half a tard.
I
So
see.
you can't be like, "Hey, you cum guzzling get out of here."
Now, can't they throw him in a sack and stick him in the river like old school,
I think it's like one of those things like in Something About Mary. You touch his ear and he just starts flipping tables
Right,
and
right.
throwing cars over.
These
So
open air shows.
I know. Give me no air. I hate air.
Ugh. Air
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, so that was fine. We got through it, whatever. You know what's funny about that show? I did all this Holocaust, retard, all this stuff. I did a joke about sluts, and they weren't having it. It's fascinating where the line is.
Well, everybody has something they don't want to hear about.
Yes, everybody's a snowflake about something. So I hit the slut meter. So show goes great. We take some photos. Now the second show is in the restaurant because there's a noise ordinance. So they got to get out of the tent.
Oh. Why were you in the restaurant in the first place?
Because the restaurant has less seats, so they sold more seats out in the tent.
I gotcha.
Now we got to move it in, and it is tight. It's like a subway car in there.
That sounds kind of nice.
That was great. That was a hot show, and killed it. Good times. We jump out of there. It's pouring rain. I go step on it. It's 1 a.m. somehow.
Yeah.
And then the flight. Here's the clinker. And stop me if I'm being boring, but Bert goes, "What time you getting to Red Rocks or Denver?" And I go, "My plane lands at noon. I got a 10 a.m. flight out, nice and easy." He goes, "Noon? What if it's delayed? This is Red Rocks, man. You can't fuck around." And I go, "I'll get there at noon. Even if it's delayed, I'll get there at 2, 3.
Yeah, noon is good.
Noon is good." He goes, "It's crazy. You're being a dick. You're going crazy. You're got to fly out earlier." I'm like, "The flight's booked, Jerry. You know, it's 1 a.m. He's out there half in the bag in Denver, so it's 11 there. And he's like, "I thought you'd be here now." And I'm like, "I'm not here." So he's like, here's what we're going to do. I'll buy you a new flight. So he buys me a 6 a.m.
Oh, God.
getting to Denver at 10 a.m. So it's a 2-hour difference.
Now, what about the bachelor party? He missed 2 shows. Remember your bachelor party? He came late, and everyone's like, "Where's Bert? How come Bert's not here? We need Bert. Well, I know Bert." 2 crowds missed him.
I guess you got a point there,
What's
Fatty.
good for the goose is good for the gander. We should have got him there earlier.
I agree. Well, he also had a bit of an incident at the club.
All right. The club incident. That's true.
And this is Red Rocks.
And
This
he was
is-
also coming from Italy, as I remember. You're coming from Hartsdale. Surprise.
Yeah, Scarsdale. So I go, but you got to play ball because it's a nice gig and he's buying the flight and you want to be a team player.
So now you got to go straight to the goddamn airport.
So now it's 1:30 in the morning
Ooh.
and I got to get in a car at 4:30 to get to the airport at 5, you know. So I got like 2 hours of sleep that way. Tried to put a move on the wife. She was already out. Then get to the airport. I'm in a fog. I'm in a haze. I'm half gay. I'm half hard. Finally get on the plane, and I just conk out for a couple hours. Get to the Denver airport. It's an hour-and-a-half drive from the airport to the mountains, to Red Rock.
Yes.
So I try to get a snooze on that, and then I get right to the bungalow. He rented this whole compound with all these cool, like Lincoln log-style houses. And it's on a creek. It's beautiful. Can't believe it's been a year since the last one. Crazy. Flew by. I go right to my bungalow. I pass out. I wake up at 3.
Okay.
So I would have gotten there at noon
Yes.
with an hour, with a regular amount of sleep. And then I wake up at 3, still feeling like hell. So I don't know if it was better.
Yeah, not so sure, but I understand. You want the guy there.
Yes.
I get it. Because I had that with the bachelor party. I'm like, what time's everyone getting in? I hope
Sure.
everyone's here. If one person isn't in here, the whole thing. So you want everyone there early. I get it. I
get it.
understand the mindset, but I also see where you're coming from. Noon's not crazy.
No, noon is good.
It's not like a 5 o'clock arrival,
Right.
which you're known to do.
Sure. Especially since the show is at 8. So I get it.
So
but
you get the bung hole. Or
in the bunghole and having a great time. Gillis is there and Dave Williamson. Just a good hang, good group. And we start partying. And then we just head on. We get in a big party bus. He really knows how to do it. It's this big party bus. It's like 30 people on it. We're all drinking. We're all listening to music. We're singing. We get to Red Rocks. Food spread. In the bowels. I'm showing Shane all the signatures of all the people that we've never heard of. And
Such a cool venue.
we ran up and down the stairs because it's empty. You get that empty Red Rocks to yourself.
Right.
And you hear like the DJs like getting going and just a magical place. The show kicks off. They're going nuts. The big Bert mascot goes out there. He's a giant guy dressed as Bert with a big gut and a beard. And he's out there in the crowd, and they're going shit nuts. And then they do a thing called tops off cam. That's where it's like a kiss cam, but they put put it on a fat guy, and he rips his shirt off, and the whole crowd goes apeshit.
Oh, that's smart. Boy, he really knows what he's doing.
He does.
He is good at this stuff.
It was like a body positivity movement. It was just like fat dudes like feeling good about themselves.
Now, do they ever put it on a woman just as like a...
They did, and she went, and then everybody laughs.
Right.
You know, women, they're not fun.
Well, that's the smart thing about that, though, because no matter what the woman's reaction is, it works.
Aha!
Because if she does like, I don't think so, huh? That's
Right.
funny. But if she takes her tits out, you're like, oh my God, amazing.
Yes.
But if she stops the action by saying no, it's hilarious.
Good point. Good point.
So it's either going to be hilarious or it's going to be hot or it's going to be a lawsuit or whatever.
Or it's going to be a rough lady.
Yeah, that could be.
But that's fun, too.
Yeah, I fucked many a rough lady. That was my thing.
Sure. I watched.
About a decade.
Yeah.
Kind of that one time.
Oh, yeah. That was good. I didn't see that one as much as I smelled it.
Yeah.
But
that was wacky. At one point, you and I had two 55-year-old women in a hotel room.
older than that. I'd keep going. Keep going.
No, it's an optical illusion because we were like 26.
Right.
So
Wow.
they looked, but looking back, they were probably younger than my wife is now.
No, these ladies, I mean, she had the Holocaust tattoo on her. I mean, she was up there.
Yeah, but that was because she was a Nazi. But yeah, that was wacky.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing her panties, and they were like, they had like 1976 written on the back.
Yeah, exactly. Roy Orbison signed her tits. So, great show. Good times. Everybody killed it.
How much time do you do on a show like that?
You do 15 to 20. Dave goes up and does 10 to 15. I do 15 to 20. Then Gillis does 15 to 20. And then Bert goes out there. That shirt comes off. I put it on my Instagram post. It is just like, it's like Zeppelin.
Wow.
Banana. And it's an outdoor show. It's funny to go from the tent to the Red Rock, both basically outdoor. This is just magic. Something about that mountain. It keeps the laughs in, the lights. You see the stars up there, the vibes, the beach ball going around. It's something, Fatty.
Wow, that is great. And the hot crowd, are they dying laughing? They're paying attention. They're not just hooting and hollering or anything?
So hot, loves comedy. And this is the second time he's been there. So the first time was kind of like, let's see how this goes. And that was fun. But this time was like, this is comedy.
Wow.
These people came out to see Gillis. They came to see me. They're here to see Bert. So like I go out there, I get a pop. Gillis gets a pop. Crazy.
Wow, that is a thrill.
It's a thrill. And then you get off and you got that, you're all keyed up.
And so what happens after you go? Are we talking hot tub, bitches, strip club, bars, coke? What are we doing?
Well, we got banged up in the bowels. There's a big green room and all these tunnels. We signed the wall and just getting hammered and doing shots and high-fiving and laughing. And there's a masseuse there. I got a massage. She touched my leg. And then we go back to the bungalow. And then the bus ride is amazing. Like even the bus ride's super fun. Just screaming music and somebody's DJing and we're all dancing.
And it's just a one-nighter.
Just a one-nighter at Red Rocks. And then you go back to the bungalow. You party there. And then we all slept in. Beautiful day. You know, the deer goes by and it's all quiet because everybody's hungover. You hear the chirping. You shoot the bird because it's giving you a headache. And then the next day we go see Wilco on shrooms.
Wow. Tell me about Wilco. So you take some mushrooms. You know the band. Are you excited about the band? You just kind of go, okay, whatever, there's a band.
I know Nilco about Wilco. I don't know a thing about him.
And do you have VIP seats? Are you backstage?
Oh, yeah, he got to meet. So here's now this is where the shrooms will fuck you. He knows Will and Co. So he goes backstage, Bert's, and I'm like, when are they starting? Margot Price open.
I love Margot Price.
Really?
I saw her on New Year's Eve 2018. Big Margot guy.
She's a good egg, and I'm kind of attracted
You
to
met
her.
Margot?
No.
Oh, I
but she
love
was down
Margot.
there. Yeah, cool gal, and just rocked the place.
Yeah, she kicks ass.
And she was more rocky than they are.
Yes, she rocks much. I think they're more like, we're out in the fields or whatever. They're good.
Yeah, they're talented.
Americana.
Yeah, but it feels a little, I hope Wilco doesn't hear this. They're very talented. They're good at the instruments. Everybody's unattractive, which I like in a band because it means they're real pros and artists.
Absolutely.
But they feel a little like office rock, like corporate.
Oh, boy. They're not going to like that.
Oh, jeez. Well, they're good. They're pros, and they're ugly. Love ugly.
Ugly pros.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just feels like there's no bite.
Yeah, you want some bite.
Give me some
You want
bite.
some kick.
Yeah, it just feels very safe.
Have you heard this band Houndmouth?
Yes,
They're very good.
I like
Kinda
them.
Similar, but I like them very much.
They even have a little more emotion in it,
A little more stink, a little more stank.
a little moodier.
Yes, mood.
But it's just a lot of like,
Yeah, I think it's like mushroom rock. You take your mushrooms and you eat your weed gummies and you sit out there and you're in the fields.
Yeah, so I'm next to Gillis, and he hates it, and he's like, I'm so bored, whatever, and he's like, look at this guy, and we're on shroom, so everybody looks fucking weird, and it's
Right.
just a bunch of greasy, crunchy honkies, like.
Right.
Then you look behind you because we're in the front, and it's 9,000 greasy poncho wearing, stubble having, granola eating, pussy licking guys going.
Right, yeah, that's funky.
It's funky with the lights and the sky. It was too much, so we hid by the bathroom for about an hour and a half.
So you have seats, or you're like in the pit there, like you're just front row.
You've been there,
Yes.
yeah. It's just I don't know. There's probably a million rows. We were on the 15th.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pretty great.
And are you getting recognized? People going, "Hey, there's Mark and Shane."
Yeah, but it's not. We got a few of those, but it's not a lot of crossover because we were there the night before. I don't know how many people are going to back-to-back
Right,
Red
right.
Rock because it's a real cum guzzler to get in and out of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we sat by the bathroom and just bullshit. And then this is the thing about mushrooms or any psychedelic. Weird shit happens where you go, "Am I on drugs or is this normal or is this weird?" So me and Shane are sitting there, and I'm looking up. And by the way, there's no talent at a Wilco show.
Yeah.
Every lady looks like Kathy Bates.
Probably a lot of Subarus
Yes.
and Tiva sandals.
Yes.
The Tiva, you could be the hottest woman on the planet. You throw on a pair of Tivas. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah,
The
Tivas.
sandals with the strap and the thing.
Yes. A lot of man bun, a lot of Columbia jackets.
What are some of the clothing items that make a hot woman gross?
Ooh, good question.
I think like the baggy jean movement,
Yes.
high-waisted baggy jean.
dirty feet.
Dirty feet. That's
Yeah.
that's too much. You're jumping the shark
You're
here. I
right.
almost
You're
barfed.
right. That was a lot. I don't like a dreadlock.
No, I don't care for a
A
dreadlock.
lot of dreadlock at Red Rock.
Red Rock dreadlock.
That's like how an
not
Asian
bad.
would say it.
Oh.
Red Rock.
Oh, dreadlaw.
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
Glasses I like.
Oh.
Ponytail I like.
You know those ear gauge.
Oh,
That's a tough one.
No one worth their weight and cum has ever had one of those.
All right. I don't want to push away if we got some compost eating listener here.
Well, we're talking sexual attraction.
Okay.
I mean, every man is unattractive to me, except
Yes.
for Kiefer Sutherland, obviously.
Yeah, queefer. I
Yeah,
guess the hemp neck, hemp necklace.
Oh, I don't know the hemp neck.
Any long dress, like a dress that goes down to the ankle, like
Yes.
some Amish lady, is
Yeah,
strange.
I don't like that. I like a short dress, skirt, a flip up.
I love a flip up, and I'll go even further. I don't like a croc.
Croc is bad.
My mom wears Crocs. I'm like, you got a bachelor's degree, kook.
Yeah, croc is gross, but most things you can spin to an attractiveness. A
Agreed.
sweater, a sweatshirt, a hoodie, a tube
Yeah.
top. Although a tube top I don't love.
Oh, I love a tube.
It just feels too. It triggers my OC. I'm like, that's gonna fall. You have to
yes.
keep doing the pull.
Yeah, the pull up.
They keep doing this the whole time. Clothing adjustment, not hot.
Okay. Interesting. I love a tube. I just like the idea of it just one fabric going all the way around and covering the
It
jugs.
feels too weird. It's like tape. It's like saran wrap.
I'm in. I love saran wrap's hot.
My prom date wore a tube top though, and it was pretty hot.
Tube top to a prom.
Well, you have to see it. It was sparkly.
That's
it
not
was like-
helping.
well, I mean, she had a dress underneath.
I
Like it wasn't
see.
like a tube top and jeans.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay.
a sparkly tube. I'll get the photo. I'll
Get the
black out
photo.
the face. Well, I mean, she was black, but I'll get in blue. It was for wearing that tube top. It was a sparkly sequence tube,
Uh-huh.
and then like a pink, long pink skirty dress thing with a nice pair of heels and the
Okay.
makeup and the hair all done up.
All
It wasn't
right.
bad. It
All
was
right.
controversial at the time. though.
Ooh, look at you dating a freewheeling, fun-loving attitude, lady.
Well, you know me.
All
By the
right.
way, my sister got married, and one of her bridesmaids had white woman, had cornrows, and wore flip-flops, and it was quite controversial.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
It was like a thing of like, what's up with this dame? But she's
Yeah.
super hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're super hot, you can pull off a Klan hood or anything. But
Super hot, you pull off anything.
yeah.
Hey there, folks. Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Blue Chew. Remember when you were a teenager and you could get rock-hard boners in the blink of an eye? Well, evidently, I'm still a teenager. JK, LOL. Blue Chew is here and wants you to have those teenage hard-ons again. Can't believe I just read that. Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's in a chewable tablet and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime. Be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. It's all done online. No visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and shipped in a discreet package. This thing is great. Everybody I know uses this. It's nice. You don't have to go to the doctor. No embarrassing appointment. You're not going to CVS like a maniac and going, hey, can I get my boner pills? Nice and easy. Women say there's nothing sexier than when a man has confidence. Blue Chew can help give you the confidence where it counts, folks. If you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. We have a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Tuesdays at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. BlueChew.com, code Tuesdays, to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the podcast. Very much appreciated. And folks, Tuesdays with Stories is also brought to you by Manscaped. Just because fall is coming doesn't mean you can let cobwebs collect in your pants. Manscaped is here to keep your pumpkin patch clean and fresh. I literally am not just saying this. I just used this the other day because my puberty hair was out of control. I was fiddling with my testicles while watching tennis, and I was like, I couldn't even get my hand out. It was such a mess. So I reached for my Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. This thing is badass. I use it. Can't recommend it enough. Platinum package has it all. Lawnmower 4.0, body trimmer, and weed whacker, nose and ear hair trimmer, featured proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to protect your delicate parts and holes. Both are waterproof, so you can shave in the shower. Classy. With the Ultra Premium Body Wash and Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo and Conditioner, you'll have your skin and hair feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. Don't forget to apply their aluminum-free Ultra Premium Deodorant for that cologne quality scent on the go. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Tuesdays at manscaped.com. Manscaped. Clear out the leaves. It's your tree trunk's time to shine. Back to the show.
Okay, so this is one of those shroom
Wilco.
moments where you're like, is this real? What is this? I look up on the top of the stairs at Red Rocks, Nikki Glazer.
Really?
I go, wait a minute, that can't be right. She's a big freewheeling celebrity. She's not going to be out here with these crunchy cum guzzlers.
Well, you never know.
You never know. So I go, and she goes, and runs down. Now, this is the crazy part.
This is random? You just randomly see Nikki Glazer?
Random to see Nikki Glazer, B. Gillis, his ladies there. And I'm like, what the hell? And she goes, I go, huh? What are you doing? A little chaplain? And she's like, and we're like, what the fuck? And she's like, and I was like, oh, you took a vow of silence. And she's like, ah, jeez. No, you idiot.
Laryngitis?
That's it.
Uh-huh.
She can't talk.
Yep, no talk.
So it's so weird to see somebody randomly, like out of place, and then they can't talk.
And you're on mushrooms.
And I'm on mushrooms. So it was like, what the fuck is going on? Is she fucking with us? Are you fucking with us? I couldn't believe it. She was like,
oh, God. This is freaky. I got some comics I'd like to see some sets like that.
I know. I told her this is the best version of you, not talking.
So did she write letters
She
or
took her phone out. She said laryngitis, N-word, you know, charades.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, interesting to go to a concert without being able to talk. That's the whole thing, is singing along. But I guess Wilco, you're not really singing along.
You're not saying, you're absorbing.
You're bopping and absorbing.
Yeah, so that was just one of those, oh boy. And now, these weren't the best shrooms. I don't want to be a picky queef, but they weren't the best. So Shane was like, you feel them anymore? I'm like, not really. So we just kept going.
Oh, geez, chasing.
Yeah, we kept chasing it, and then you're drinking too. So we're drinking, we're chasing, and we're freaking out a little bit with the music. And then we finally get back to the bungalow, and it was like, looking in the mirror, I looked like Rupert. It was wild.
Oh, God.
So I had to go to bed, and then, of course, 6 a.m. pickup, and then here I am.
And this is it. You just landed.
Just landed.
This is kooky time. Where the schedule is all wacky. I don't think we should be here. I mean, you should be in bed.
It feels different, but maybe it's still the shroom haze I'm in. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's all off. It's a Thursday. It's like 5 p.m. Usually we're here at Monday at 8 a.m.
Right.
with our pants off and no Chuck chime.
Hey, Rupee.
Rupert's a school teacher, for Christ's sakes. It's very strange. We got to keep it clean over here. This guy's going to lose tenure.
Watch out for the shooters.
What is tenure, by the way? Do you have any idea what tenure is?
I know a 10-year-old.
He's
don't
dead
touch
in
them
my
either.
basement. But what the fuck is tenure?
I think it's like a pension.
A pension, I thought, was money.
Yes.
But tenure, like, you can't get fired. You get
Tenure's status.
something.
It's like a status thing.
Yeah, pension's not status, right?
No. But tension or tenure is weird because it's weird to just get to a level and they're like, you're good, you're untouchable.
Yeah, what does that mean? That's what that means? Elementary, you teach high school. Do high school teachers get tenure?
Can you fuck
This is like
a kid?
talking to Nikki Glazer, by the way. He's got no bite.
Yeah.
So,
Can't fuck a kid.
so once
okay.
you have tenure, what does that mean? You can't get fired?
You have to basically molest a kid.
To get fired. Like, you're good
Wow.
to go.
Yeah.
It's like a union.
Yep.
Because, you get those union guys who are like, I'm not lifting a finger. I did my hours. They're like, you can't move that one apricot? And they're like, nope, can't move it.
Wow, tenure. I wish comedians could get tenure. 'Cause I got 20 year. I could be cruising over here.
It'd be nice.
I'm doing 30 minutes and that's it.
Yeah, say what I want. You can pull a Michael Richards like, I got tenure. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's so fascinating because they always talk about tenure. He was 2 years from tenure, a year from his tenure, and I don't quite understand it. But a double beep. Oh no,
That's the 5 o'clocker.
5 o'clock. What does that mean?
It beeps uncontrollably at 5. It's usually a 2 beep every hour.
Why don't you read the instructions that the guy sent?
Well, I got the new watch on the way. It feels like unnecessary.
You should smash that. It would be the most viral video. Take it and smash it like fucking, Pete Townsend, Hendrix, whatever.
There you go. It's done. All right. So the tenure. I had something on the tenure.
The 3 tenures.
Yeah.
Pavarotti, Domingo, and the other guy.
Are you close?
I got it.
Oh, you got it. But you're so
like
young.
28 years old. What kind of school is this?
That's it?
5-year tenure? That's horseshit. What are you, 29?
It should be tenure.
35. No
Wow.
kidding. Wow. 35-year-old tenure.
Good for you.
How about that?
What subject?
Film.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
You're living the dream, man.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. I took film in college, and I'm here.
Yeah. That's
We-
exciting.
we
And you're
didn't-
filming us. That's something.
There you go. And I got some film on my teeth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got one more thing to run by you, and then I'll leave you alone.
Oh, shove it up my ass. I mean, I got nothing. We recorded 2 days ago. I've been crying in my house, but I could talk about that. I'm sad. I want
Oh.
to kill myself.
Oh, you're in a slump?
Big slump.
I hate a slump.
I'm like hitting 198 out there.
Rut.
It's bad. By the way, that's like the league average now, but I don't want to get down a baseball road.
Has the averages gotten worse?
They stink. It's bad. They just had
Really?
new rules next year. You can't shift next year.
No shift.
No shift.
What do you do?
Because they're putting all the players up because all the analytics, the statistics,
Uh-huh.
they look and they go, this guy hits it 87% of the time right to my mother's asshole. So they put 7 gloves on your mother's asshole, and the guy's 0 for 58.
So many new rules.
So now you can only have 2 gloves on each side of the asshole.
All right.
It's crazy.
I'm confused, but it sounds like some OJ shit.
Yeah, the league averages. I just looked it up. In 1992, the top 10 hitters were hitting like 348, 339. Now it's like a 112, 108.
But was that PEDs?
That was kind of before the steroid era, but either way, the steroids were causing the home runs, not the batting average.
I see.
So it's a stinkaroo.
That's not a good sign. I thought we'd always be progressing. Tony Hawk does the 900. Now we all do the 900. Like, I thought it always moved up.
I know, but the value has changed in baseball. I mean, I don't want to go down a whole baseball rabbit hole here because nobody gives a fuck about baseball, which is part of the problem. But now it's all home run or strikeout. They're swinging for the fences. It used to be contact. You try to slap the ball the other way and get to one base at a time. Now it's like you try to hit a home run or you strike out, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Well, this is a problem, I think, just in society in general. Not to get too queefy, but, the attention spans, shit balls, stinkaroo. The TikToks are ruining everything and the reels and all that. And we just, baseball is this, really pretty, drawn out, kind of take your time, meditative, beautiful thing. And people can't handle it.
They can't handle it. Same with I talk about this with tennis. I'm a big tennis queef.
But tennis is quick. It's boom, 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 bam.
Yeah, in the moment, but it's a 4 or 5 hour match sometimes in the Grand Slams at least. But I think they should change it. It's 15, 30, 40. It should just be 1, 2, 3, 4. You get more fans.
Just you think that's holding people away is the love.
I talk to a million people. They go, I can't make sense of this. What is it?
Really?
30 to 40? What is this bullshit?
I'm a fucking tard over here, and I figured it out just from watching it. I watched 2 games, and I got it.
You put some time in. But, I mean, Michael Costa does the joke. It's like the French, they made it 15, 30 love to keep away the poor people, and it still works.
Keep away the dumbos.
Yeah, and centuries later, it's still working. You got people with Bud Light shirts going, I can't understand this.
Well, I think we know what you're talking about. All right. Well, interesting. So, I had another run-in with an old angry lady.
Oh, no.
So, I was at the Richmond Funny Bone with a couple of fun cats last week. We do the Thursday show. We're sold out Friday, Saturday, but Thursday is still some stragglers. It's like a half-full room, whatever. Get the drunk lady. When you're in the green room, do you have this? I didn't have any merch there, and they go, you going out there? The manager's like, you going out there? And I'm like, better not. And he's like, oh, all right, I thought you always went out there. And you're like, all right, I'll go out. So now you got to go out there. You got to schmooze and wine and dine and rub elbows and dicks. And everybody's very nice, and a lot of people give me tips on what I should do, and here's how you should have written that joke, and that joke wasn't great, but we liked your old stuff. Good stuff. And then one lady, hot older lady, she's got a tube top on and a dress, blonde lady. She's probably 50, but she's hanging in there.
Sounds like my prom date.
Yes, it might have been.
Tube top.
Same
Dress,
age.
50 years old.
Yeah, so she's with like this big burly man guy. And
That's me. Okay.
Yeah, all right. There we go. No herpes. Yeah. So he's like, oh, dude, we love you. We love all the pods and all this shit. And she was like, you're very funny. Yeah, we like the show. We have a special needs niece. Could you lay off the special needs stuff?
Is she special needs or she's drunk?
She's drunk.
I see.
But it was on the line. And I'm like, and she's got me right here. I'm back on the wall. And I'm like, yeah, well, to each his anal. What can you do? Thy kingdom come, to God's will, praise Allah. And she's like, I'm just saying. She's like touching my chest. Could you lay off? And you're like, okay, I'll change everything for you. I'm sorry. And then I like slink away. And she's over like 10 feet away now. It's like, enough with the special. She's like fighting with herself. And her husband's like, easy. And he comes over. He's like, sorry about her. Don't worry about her. And then I feel bad about it, as you do. I'm a sensitive douche. And we walk back to our hotel a couple minutes later, maybe like a half hour later. And 2 guys walk out of the hotel bar, and they go, Mark Norman? I go, yeah. They go, some lady was in here trashing you.
Oh, wow.
And it was her, and they're like, kept saying you were racist. And
racist?
And they were like, what did he say? She kept making retard jokes, and they're like, well, that's not race. And then they're like, they weren't even at the show. They're like, we're going tomorrow, but we've defended you. But now this lady's in the hotel.
It's kind of good though. She's getting good word of mouth out there.
I guess, but she's going around telling people I'm Jim Crow.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was his deal? Is he a politician? I know he's got the law. The laws. Jim Crow. He wrote the laws.
I thought he was a bird watcher, but I think
he was the governor.
I think he wrote laws. He made a lot of laws about the black folk.
Jim Crow. They say Jim Crow South, but did he just run the whole South?
I
was
think
he
Mississippi,
he did. A governor, a senator.
Man, I don't know if he was a senator.
Congressman? What's
That's
Jim
a
Crow?
great question. I think he was an influencer.
Because they just say the Jim Crow South.
Yeah.
Like, what was he, senator one state and then moved to the next?
Yeah, it's a good quest.
What the hell's going on out there with Crow?
I've
This guy
always
was
wondered.
He was a go-getter, evidently.
Yeah, this is the crow flies.
Black Crows.
Not a real guy.
Jim Crow wasn't a real guy?
They made him up, huh? Ah, boogeyman.
How about that?
Wait a minute.
No kidding. Or is this like some conspiracy? You like Alex Jones. You're like, there was no Jim Crow. He's not a real guy. Never happened.
Maybe it's James Crow. Who knows?
Jim Crow, what's it say? Give me a quick sentence.
A white actor basically did a minstrel routine called Jim Crow.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
And it stuck.
How
All
about
right.
that? A little laugh and learn here.
Yes, I love it. Crowbar.
Wow, so she's calling you racist even though you're just making, jokes.
Yeah, so, here's the clinker. This is where it all twists around. So they throw her out of the hotel bar because she's being a little unruly.
Mm-hmm.
She bumps into 2 or 3 heavy-set Hispanic women.
Okay.
Now they start going at it, and she keeps calling them Spanish slurs and yelling at them.
What?
And they threaten to beat her ass. She runs away.
Wait, so these women they're not Norman.
No, these are just randos
I thought you meant, like,
around town.
3 fat Latino Normandites. Or,
Oh, I wish I had a couple of fat lats.
And so this is just a random act of violence. They start yelling at each other?
Total bump in, just a straight up like, whoa, excuse you, you fucking sombrero wearing jumping bean, and then they go at it.
What? This sounds like Jim Crow. Is this real?
Well,
What?
no, it's this woman. This is Jane Crow.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's got the problem.
Of course.
She's at the bar getting kicked out. Her husband's like telling her to shut the fuck up. Then she fights with 3 strange Latino ladies and she starts calling them slurs. So I felt a lot better.
Yeah, this lady's a bag of shit, if you ask me. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. And with my bad knee, I shouldn't be throwing anybody.
That's true. But yeah, so that was a nice little... Because you see her yelling at you about the special needs jokes, so you're like, she's a good person, I'm a bad person. Then you hear about all this stuff, and you're like, no, maybe you're bad.
Yeah, she's double bad.
Double bad.
I think the telling an artist what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing, and please, could you change this to that, is crazy.
Agreed.
I just go back to, like, Dylan going electric and people being like, excuse me, could you not? And then him
Right.
being like, okay, sorry. Anyways, here's my
Yeah.
acoustic. My bad.
Yes, but it's a slippery slope because you want to please the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So you want them to like you. You want them to enjoy the art.
Right.
But you also want to do your thing and be true to you.
No, sometimes people are like, well, who cares what the people say? And you're like, well, they're the consumers.
Yes.
That's the audience.
So there is that line.
They're
you
like,
have to
but
walk.
the comics are saying this. And I'm like, well, that's great, but they don't buy the tickets. They hang out in the
Yeah.
back and go, oh, that was great. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I want the consumers to like you. You need them.
Yeah, like there was, I'm not going to say who, but this famous pop star came out recently and was like, hey, if I start preaching on stage, she's a singer. She's like, if I start preaching on stage and you bought a ticket to see me, you're getting me. Like, I might not sing the whole time. I might just bitch about politics, and all these people are mad. And she's like, but I'm expressing myself. You paid to see me express myself. And they're like, we paid to see the song.
Yes, it's an interesting debate.
It is.
Because it's like, well, you're the artist. You have the mic. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
See, I have this with, like, Eddie Vedder. He just rambles on and on. It's not even political. It's just like, and just rambling. And you're like this. All right, Ed.
Oh, does he do
Let's
that?
hear it. Yeah, he does it a lot. I think sometimes it's for the band to, like, because they're almost
Ah.
60, they got to, like, catch their breath. So
Oh,
he's like, let me
okay.
tell you a long story about Ray Charles or whatever.
Right. That sucks.
Yeah, it's a little much.
The band needs a minute. The band needs a minute.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I can't understand what he's saying anyways. He's all mumble mouth
He's
over
a
there.
real stammer guy.
Yeah, he's got the marbles.
And we play this. This is great. But
Yep,
what can you do? You buy the ticket, you gotta stick it.
I guess so, yeah. All right. Well, doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, any better than that? Well, yeah, I don't have much. I've just been sitting at home with my queef. My wife's out of town. It's very strange. So it feels in your mind, you're like, I'm going to live the single life. But when you're single, you're fucking children. You know what I mean? You're dressing up.
10-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. You're dressing up in her clothes and everything. But in reality, I've just come home and I really feel of service with the wife. I wake up early. I wake up before. I'll go for a run. I'll meditate. I get her a coffee. I come in. I rouse her. I grab her tits while she's sleeping.
Yes.
I put the coffee under her nose
Yes.
and say, I love you. You're a bean. Today's going to be great. I put a thumb in her ass, check her oil.
Bean.
But with nobody there, well, bean, screen, you just rhyme things.
I see.
It's sweet.
I thought it was a nickname you had for her.
Yeah, Bean, JoJo Beans, Sarah Beans. Beans are fun. You just throw beans out.
I didn't know about bean.
Give it a try.
All right. Cool beans, garbanzo beans, green beans.
No, you got to
Anal
personalize
beans.
beans.
Oh, you got a personal. Coffee
Sasa
beans.
JoJo Beans,
Ah.
Sasa Beans. What's your wife's name?
Kelly? May.
May. I
Yeah.
saw her the other day. I did her show.
Oh, how was it?
That was pretty good.
All right. Maybeam?
May Bean.
Maybe. Maybe it's Baby Bean.
Hey.
All right.
Oh, May Bean. Oh, won't you be true? But anyways, you give the nickname. So you have something in the morning. You have a reason to live.
Yes.
And then at night, you like to, we call it a podcast. You go, I saw him. That's crazy. His
Sure.
asshole was bleeding. Her mother's gay. Whatever.
Yep.
But with no one there, you're just sitting there. I'm watching Nathan For You going, boy, he's better than me. I never made anything with my life. I should kill myself.
Yeah.
How many times a day do you think I should kill myself? Because I'm in like the triple digits, easy.
Well, for me, it's all pipes. Like, it all depends on what's going on that day. You read one bad YouTube comment, you go, pull out the razor.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you're like, boy, it's a nice day today. Put the razor away.
Razor scooter.
Yes. So, Razor Ramon. So it's all up and down.
Yeah, I don't know. I just sit there. I want to shoot myself all the time. But you know what I did do the other day that I think you'll be proud of?
Ooh.
I was very excited. I've never done this in my life. And talking to people, I don't think anyone's ever done this, ever. I got the car. It's in the garage, the Sentra. And I don't drive it all that often because it's annoying as fuck. New York is just a great big nightmare.
It really is.
It's a horrible place to live. Rana and I go for walks. The train's going over your head. You're
Yep.
just like... So anyways, I have this zit on my ass. I got to get... And then that passes and you go... Anyways, sorry. So I got the zit squeezed.
Yeah.
But now, my mother called me and she said I should kill myself. The train comes over again. You just want to shoot yourself.
Not to mention the guy going, fuck you, white man, you ruined the country.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can't get a minute.
Exactly. It's a horrible place to live. So I leave the car in the garage a lot. But I get the email, my inspection sticker is due September 30th. And this is September 13th.
Okay.
I got nothing on the calendar that day. So I go, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to go get my car. I'm going to get it inspected.
Wow. I love an open errand.
2 weeks before I need it.
What a guy.
Which
You had the time.
I don't think anyone's ever done this, ever.
Not in history.
So I get the car, and I live in Queens. If for the folks at home, it's like the car capital. It's like where all the fender
yeah.
bender, what do you call it, fixer-upper,
Mechanic.
the mechanics, all the
Auto
car
shop.
washes. This is, if you're ever by City Field, the whole outfield is all body. What do they call it? Chop shop,
Yeah.
body shop.
Auto shop.
Which, you know what I love about auto shop, body shops? There's no presentation.
No.
There's a sign this big. It says Bill, and then there's just dirt and screws and hunks of shit everywhere. Everyone looks like shit. They just call you the N-word to your face.
Oh, yeah.
There's just nothing there.
It's
just,
very male.
there's no, like, we're number one, so come on in.
Right.
It's just like, your car's fucked up. You're going to have to come to somebody.
It's true. It's the same with like a firehouse. I went to a firehouse when I was 10 because I wanted to go down the pole, and it's just half-naked whores on the wall, a pot of chili cooking, and a Dalmatian.
Well, that was in the 80s, because I'm all firehouse. It's very corporate now.
Oh,
They gotta
really?
They got to ship up and shape up.
Oh, man, when I was there, they had a hooker, and they were they had a midget on a tricycle.
A hooker and ladder. Well, we had Stavros naked there at the firehouse. By the way, the firehouse benefit, Uncle Dale, October 22nd. It's in Rockland, Massachusetts. You got to
place
come
to
out.
be.
I got Tony V. I got
Oh.
Mike Whitman. I got Sarah Talash, myself, somebody else. It's always a fun show. Message me for a link. It's for the fire. It goes directly to the firehouse. It's all.
That one can't be too corporate. I feel like they're still having a good time over there.
Well, the house itself is cleaned up. But yeah, it's irreverent for sure.
Yeah.
And the show is it's a great time.
Hell yeah.
But any jizz. So I go to the first. Don't you hate these businesses in New York it's like they don't want, it's like they're challenged to be like, let's get rid of this guy.
I've seen it all the time. It's only in New York.
So I get nervous because it's all like, they're all Indian and Middle Eastern. So they're intimidating. They're very like, they look scowly and they got like, they're covered in oil and
Yes.
soot. And it's just, the mechanics are scary.
Yes, my friend.
Yes. So I pull in and right away I like chicken out because there's no place to like park. You have to see what New York auto body shops look like. There's like no parking or anything. So I pull in and immediately I just go to the gas tank to be like, I'll go to the gas tank. That way, worst comes to worst, I'll just pump it full of gas and get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
And so it's like a full service. The guy's like, yes, I fill you up. And I go, okay, great. And I go, what's going on with the inspection? I have to act like, I just saw the sign. Maybe I'll get an inspection sticker. He's like, very busy today, very busy. And I go, okay. He goes, talk to that man over there. And there's a guy, I look over and it's just like, he looks like the Bin Laden wanted photo. He's just angry, staring at me. He's got like laser eyes.
Yes.
And I go, hey, I need an inspection. No inspections. Too busy.
Jesus.
And I go, all right, well, so is there like another time? He goes, too busy. And you just want to go, I'm trying to give you money.
I know. You want to get the Better Business Bureau in there to shape them up.
So I went passive aggressive. I went, all right, too busy, so not another time. You don't want my business. I got shit.
Good.
Just never again. No service.
Yes.
10-4. Sorry to bother you. Then I get in my car, and I'm full tank of gas. I put it in gear, and I just hear, and I go, jeez. I look over, and, there he is. And
it's been?
It's been.
Oh, okay.
And he's been better. And,
It has been.
I cracked the window, and he goes, tomorrow, 9 a.m. And
Ah.
I go, exactly. I did the drive away. It felt good.
You had to test him. It's almost like you got to call these bluffs on these guys. It's wild.
Well, it's just insane. I understand life is hard for him. I'm sure after 9/11, people threw dog shit at him and hated him.
I still regret that.
I'm sure it sucked.
Yes.
And he's a mechanic, and life is hard, and I'm sure he's trying to get his family over, whatever it is. I empathize. But I always talk about this. It's not hard to have manners.
I agree.
Just go, hey, we're too busy, but if you come by tomorrow or whatever, or call,
Yeah.
It's too busy.
But it's weird that he's mad at you for coming to his place of business. It's
Yes.
fascinating.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. And I think I don't want to generalize, but I think in other cultures, manners aren't part of it. I think that's a very Western thing. Like I'm dealing with his contractor at my house, and he's like Middle Eastern, nice guy, but he's all business. He's like, need money, Mr. Mark, need money. And I'm like, how about a little bedside manner, you kook?
Yes.
Like, give me a little, hey, this is what's happening now. We're short on funds. Just a little bit of cut my balls for a second.
Give me something.
Something.
Give me shelter. So then I go, okay, tomorrow 9 a.m. But I realize you have the feeling, the dopamine or whatever, of going to do the thing, but I didn't get it done.
Exactly.
I had to remind myself.
Exactly.
So then, next step, the best car wash in the city, which 3 different cab drivers have said, best car wash in the city, is right across the street,
Good to
21st
know.
Street in Astoria.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the best.
The best, Jerry.
I go over there. I go, let me get this thing washed. It's been sitting in the garage. $20. They vacuum it. They keeps the new car smell. You get in my car. I got new car smell.
I want to sniff it.
2018, 4 years old. So, they soup it up, and then they send it through the car wash, and you stand inside, and you watch through the glass inside the store,
Ooh.
and you really watch them get it all soaped up, and they come and hand dry it, the whole thing.
I love it.
Smells like $1 million, but I feel good. I got a full tank of gas and a clean car,
Okay.
but
Still need that inspector
Still need the inspection.
gadget.
so then I look it up, Google. Again, I'm in the car capital of the world. There's one right around the corner.
Don't you love when it says 500 feet or whatever on the GP?
Yes, so I pull over there, and this is the kook capital, by the way, because where these car places are, there's no other businesses.
Yes.
It's just a row of car, like miles, and it's a bunch of heroin addicts hanging upside down like Batman.
Sure.
And I pull in, and I go, "Hey, you doing inspections?" The guy goes, he doesn't even speak. He's like, tells me to correct the car.
Uh-huh.
So I put the car in there. And I go, so you can do it now? And the guy's like, yes, $37. And I go, okay, great. And now it's all piped. He just plugs it into the electronic thing.
Oh, yes.
It's just a little gadget. I sit there. I watch for kooks. They're just scurrying by.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And then he
Batman.
goes, all right, all set, $37. He swipes my card. I'm there for 8 minutes. He scrapes off the sticker, slaps on the new one. I put the car back in the garage. I got a full tank of gas, clean car, inspection sticker taken care of 2 weeks before it was due.
Unbelievable. And now you got a triple whammy.
I'm a man, Jerry. I felt like a real man. I called my wife. I sent her a picture of my dick. I sent it to her mother, too, just to like, hey, you're in good hands.
Yes,
with
yes.
Allstate.
Ball State. But yeah, so the beauty is, because sometimes they'll go 9 o'clock tomorrow, and you're like, yeah, but this is my window. That's
Exactly.
not my window. My window. I got no window at 9 o'clock.
It's kind of like when you call somebody, they don't answer, and then they call back like 10 minutes later. I'm like, that's out of my window.
That was it.
Because I was like, I'm going to call Susan, and Susan doesn't answer. I go, all right, well, now I'm going to smoke a cigar and take a shit on my mother's chest.
Susan B. answered. But yeah, that's the move. I get a thing in my head. I'm like, all right, I got 5 hours free. I'm going to go get a haircut. And I go to the place and I go, haircut, walk in. They go, ooh, it's going to be about a 4-hour wait. You go, all right. And I go to the other haircut place and I go, walk in, Christopher. And they go, you got it.
Exactly. Did him out. But yeah, it felt like $100, but I'm sitting over there. I got no wife, and I'm a lonely boy, but I'm heading to Gig Harbor to hang out with some family there. But
With her, is she going? With
no,
Ramon?
she's staying in with Ramon. She's staying in Houston.
Oh, that's a long, no labia.
Full month, yeah. I'm backed up, and now I'm old. I try to jerk off, but I just lose. I'm just like,
really?
I can't. Well, I'm all sex now. I've been spoiled by sex.
I like a jerk every now and then. You mix it up.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I can jerk, but like there's other times I jerk like every couple days
Sure.
because I'm like, what am I gonna do? The porn. I've seen it. I need to fuck.
Yeah, I like to save up some of the jerks because if you jerk too much, the fucking is less. To
Right.
Me.
Yeah.
So
You want to save.
you save the jerk, but soda jerk. I'm going to a wedding this weekend. You're going to Seattle, so
Yeah.
we're both taking a weekend off.
Absolutely, got to do it. And then I'm going to L.A., which I'm very excited about.
Oh yeah, the I saw Erin. She books the Improv. She says hello.
Erin von Schoenfeld.
Yes,
Schoenfeld. Yeah.
She's
she did my
a-
first TV spot.
Is that right?
Yeah.
She's
live
a
at
good
Gotham.
egg.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her.
She
in
was at Red
years.
Rocks.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, her and Bert and Leanne are all very tight, but I was like, List is coming. She's like, I love List. Ah.
Really? She said that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she really saw me back 2008. First person. I was in Vegas, Caesar's Palace, did the TBS HBO comedy competition thing, and it was the first time I was ever in the room with Chris Rock. I remember being like this.
Whoa, that is insane.
It was so exciting, and I was walking to the casino, and she said, Joe List.
Ah,
And I said, oh, hey. I didn't know who she was. And she said, go over here. She said, Erin von Schoenfeld. He's like, I work live at Gotham. I love your stuff, and you got to send us a tape.
yeah.
Comedy Sound. And I go, oh, okay. And I was with the manager, Josh Liebman.
Ah,
And he
leave.
was like taking me around, and I went, my Uncle Dale's here.
Uh-huh.
It's good to meet you, but whatever. And that was the beginning of my complete ignorance towards the entire industry. I was like, I got Uncle, and Derek was there. I was like, I got Uncle Dale and Derek over here. We're going to gamble. He was like, you want to go play cards? And I was like, nah. I got
I'm
some
good.
people. And then he went on to become a big manager. He produced all the TV shows. He had Mulaney, all those people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really fucked up. Also, I played poker with J.P. Buck, who was the booker of Conan,
Hey, I love Buck.
which was fun because I was just playing poker for a while. And then after a while, we were just hanging out, being charming. I love when this happens. And you're just being yourself with my
Yes.
uncle. And he goes, by the way, my name's JP. I booked Conan, and I booked the festival, and I booked a bunch of other shit.
You didn't have to be on. You were already on, but normal on.
I would have been off, so I was normal on, which happened at Caroline's with Patty, was like a waitress.
Uh-huh.
Remember Patty?
Nah, I don't know,
That might have been
Patty.
before your time, but she was the waitress, and we were hanging out all weekend. She's like, I'm from Boston, you're from Boston, fuck you, all these gays, my father, the Red Sox. And then at the end of the weekend, she's like, oh, you're great. By the way, I didn't want to tell you, I'm the new booker. And I was like, yes. Because if she had come out and been like, I'm the booker, I would have been like, whoa.
Exactly,
Isn't it crazy?
exactly.
Who's the Boss is a great show.
Patty, yeah, Patty Mayonnaise, St. Patty's Day. Ah.
But so every once in a while, by the way, how long have we been recording?
Yeah, what do we
Rupert? I
at
have
here?
no idea. 1
Oh,
hour? Oh, Jesus
all right.
Christ. We got to hit the eject button here.
Damn, I had one thing I wanted to throw in, but I think the time has passed. Shit, what was that?
How did I blow it? I started talking about
Patty.
from Caroline's.
No, it was fine. That was interesting. But What was the last thing we talked about?
Rupert, tenure, pedophilia, my mother's tits,
Lavic got the
Red Rocks,
errands.
Schoenfeld,
Yeah, it's gone.
Caesar's
Yeah, well.
Palace, Vegas.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh, well,
remember.
you're going to Seattle. I'm going to a wedding. I'm
Wedding?
actually excited about the wedding.
Oh,
It's
really?
in Portsmouth. And it's just
New
nice.
Hampshire?
Yes.
No kidding.
Cute
That's a
town.
hell of a place.
Great town.
Love Portsmouth.
I'm taking a bus at 7:30 in the morning.
Why are you taking a bus?
That's the only... The Amtrak...
What is wrong with you?
The Amtrak's 5 hours.
Do you have access to your bank account? I'm confused by
What
everything.
would you do?
Rent a car. Rent a car and drive a car. Rent a fucking Ferrari. Are you kidding me?
Rent
you
a
sell
car.
out.
That's not bad.
You shouldn't take a bus.
Rent a car.
It's
I even think about
embarrassing.
that.
A bus?
Well, it's a luxury bus.
Okay. Are you the only one on it?
There's a couple migrants.
You could get a tour bus with your face spray painted on it and take it to Portsmouth.
I don't know about that, but a car.
Yeah, a car. They have them. You go right in. They hand you a car.
Can I get it now? I'm going tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That might be pricey. This is what I told you 10 years ago.
I forgot about the car.
You got to buy a
Zolt, a Volt.
a Volt or a Yaris or whatever. Go down.
Yaris Papas.
Buy a car.
All right,
You
all right.
make money. You have money.
I drove my Beamer to the Hamptons last week.
That's fantastic, but just go get a car.
Like a
Get
shitbox.
Yes, not a shitbox, but one exactly like mine.
Get a Sentra. All
Get
right.
a Sentra. You cruise around. That way, when you have it, you have it.
Yeah, the bus. 7:30.
I mean, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Rupert, is this nuts? You
What's-
got tenure?
It's a luxury bus.
There's no such thing. They put that in there to dupe you.
It's got lights in it and a shot, like one of those big ice luges where you pour Jaeger.
You've been duped. Remember we rented the car from Newark that time? We went out there. We couldn't find it.
That was hell.
That was crazy.
Where were we? I didn't
went-
know what town that was in.
We did D.C. and Philly. It was a Sean Joyce gig, and then we did Philly. We did like a little run.
That's right. That was a fun weekend.
That was fun. We should
Yeah.
do a live pod in Philly.
People
somewhere.
ask all the time.
I gotta take better care of myself.
All right, well, where are you going to be there, Fatty? Because I got to go run a car real quick.
Well, I brought my calendar just for this. Well, when does this come out? In the 70s? Royal Oak.
2028.
This weekend. I'm in Royal Oak, Michigan. I'm back. I love that club. Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. Fill it up. I did well there last time. Next weekend, Syracuse Funny Bone, October 7th and 8th. Then Skank Fest. I'll be out there. I think we're probably doing a live pod, maybe.
Sunday night.
October 22nd is Rockland, Massachusetts, the benefit for the Holbrook Fire Department. It's always fun. November 4th and 5th, Hartford Funny Bone. And then New Orleans for the Mark Norman wedding.
Yeah.
Then December 8th through the 10th, I'll be in Madison, Wisconsin. After that, the 16th and 17th, Omaha Funny Bone. Please go subscribe to my YouTube. Watch the specials. And I'm putting a bunch of clips up there. I'm really working that YouTube. So hit it up. And I'm back on the fucking stupid bullshit TikTok.
Oh,
Check me out
nice.
on there or whatever. Nah, it's not nice, but whatever.
I just pay a guy. I never even look at it. All right. I don't know when this comes out either, but I'm going to say I'm at Brea Improv in California. Then I'm at the San Jose Improv. I'm all over Big Cali. Then I'm at the Royal Oak Music Theater, Danforth Theater in Toronto, a couple of shows there. Roxanne Theater in Pittsburgh, New Haven, Philly, Orlando, Boston, New Orleans. What am I missing? Oh, Minneapolis at the Pantages, the Rococo Theater, the Englert Theater in Iowa. We're getting kooky. Revolution Hall, Portland, Oregon, Neptune Theater in Seattle, Funny Bone, Albany, and all kinds of goodies. Zanies in Nashville. I said Boston and Buffalo, Helium. So come on out, say hello, get on the Patreon. We're about to do one right now. It's hot and bothered. It's cooking.
Patreon is sick. We got crazy shit. Chuck got it all organized. We got some videos coming, some extra videos. New video every week.
False
Mark
alarm.
just shit himself.
Yeah, that was a wet
one. The Patreon it's primo. It's primed and ready to go.
You got that right.
I mean, it's all listed now. It's all pipes. Hours and hours, like literally 1,000 hours of your old buddies.
Hell yeah, and big celebrities too. So check it out, tell a friend, queef it up. We'll see you on the road.
Want to be themselves.